This is me, and this is my team. While in Japan, I got the opportunity to train with a Japanese university tennis team. It was one of the most impactful times of my trip in Japan, and it's where I experienced the most culture shock. Clubs are a very important part in Japanese school culture, and this was my sneak peek into the life of a Japanese student athlete. For this video, I would like to explain the role of clubs in Japanese school systems, along with the routine that I did to train with these students, and it was very different from what I'm used to. It was very culture shock. Guys, I did it. I'm a weeb that made it to Japan. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, what's good, guys? It's Cheeto here, man. I might be back on the YouTube grind. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're an old subscriber, you are a real one for real, bro. You don't even know. But yeah, I just came back from Japan not too long ago, and there's a lot of stories I want to tell you guys. But first, I want to focus on how I joined a Japanese school club, in particular, a university tennis team in Japan. And I want to start with this story because this was honestly the biggest culture shock I had. Like, as you guys may have known, that I tried to do an exchange in high school. It didn't really work out. So this is really like my third time trying to go to Japan. This is the closest that I got to doing like a high school exchange. And it was a wonderful experience. It was just, I would, if you have the opportunity to be in like a Japanese environment with people your age, your peers, I would say go for it. It was just an amazing experience. In many school and slice of life anime, extracurricular clubs can portray a large part in a character's personality and personal development. After joining one myself in Japan, I learned that it actually has a similar effect in real life. I've always been curious about how these clubs are run and wanted to be a part of one, so I made it a must-do for my trip. Throughout Japan, clubs are strongly promoted, with it not being uncommon for a middle or high school forcing you to at least join one club. In rare instances, some people even join multiple. It is seen as a way to promote socialization and community outside the pressure of studying and direct classwork. Even though it's technically a club activity and no scholarships are offered, many schools have athletic facilities that rival that of major D1 programs in America. I had a lot of fun in this club because I got to meet a lot of people from various parts of Japan. I was a little bit nervous to participate at first, but everyone was very accepting of me while I was there. Even though majority of them did not speak English whatsoever, them attempting to speak English because I was there and writing English on the whiteboard that they had on the courts was so funny and so wholesome, and I greatly appreciate all the effort. In conclusion, I miss my club mates, my teammates, and I can't wait to go back and play more tennis with them in the future. I know that somebody already said, hey bro, once you come back, we're playing a match. And like, bro, I just can't wait to go back. It was such a great experience. I guess at the end of the day, what I noticed the most about Japanese clubs and Japanese sports teams is that it's not just a club or a team, it's a family. Thank you for letting me join your family. Hope to see you again. As I said in my last video, the attractions were nice, but what I really wanted to feel was the average day of a real Japanese citizen. This was my schedule as a Japanese student athlete. Despite being on vacation, I would wake up at 6 a.m. to take a shower and get ready for the day. I would walk about 15 minutes to Shinjuku Station, where I took a 45-minute train ride to a separate prefecture. Once I arrived in the town the university was located in, I would get food and water that I would need to be ready for practice. I would practice from 9 to 12 with conditioning included. Due to the time difference, I was extremely tired after practice, as this would be around midnight back home. I experienced many culture shocks while practicing during this time. I would just like to list a few of them. Culture shock 1, respect. Elder hierarchy is very important in Japan, and I definitely got a taste of this on the tennis court. As a guest, I was allowed to be seen as an upperclassman and was seemingly granted some privileges along with it. I've never seen this at a tennis practice my entire life. I'm telling you, bro, I would go to like pick up a ball, like when you like hit all the balls all over the place, you got to go pick them up after you're done. Bro, I would be picking up balls because like that's what you do. You hit them, you get them. No, not in Japan. Not at this facility, not at this university, bro. It's the younger kids. Whoever's the underclassmen, they sprinting to go pick up the ball. And I'm just like, why are they running so fast? It's just like, you got to pick up the ball, like just slow down. No, they sprinting, bro. They sprinting, bro. And I'm like, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to like, put the balls in my racket, put them into the basket. No. Don't do that, bro. They come to me. They taking the balls off my racket as if I'm too special to like to put the balls up. Like they're like, no, we take care of the balls. They take the balls off my racket and put it in the basket for me. Like, are you serious? The elder hierarchy thing is like too. It's crazy, bro. And like the upperclassmen, they're just like walking around casually, just making sure all the younger kids are doing it while they're like sprinting to pick up balls. Like, bro, it's so funny, but it's cool. Japanese culture. When the head coach wasn't there, whoever was the oldest took his place, and everyone treated him with the same respect as the real head coach. Something else that I got culture shocked by that I thought was pretty crazy was the way that they greeted each other and dismissed each other after each practice. So basically, I came in there, I had to stand in front of the class. This was my high school exchange experience. I had to stand in front of the entire group, introduce myself. I introduced myself in Japanese. I said a few things about me in Japanese. I was trying to, flex on them a little bit. They were happy I was trying. I could tell that they were happy I was trying. But basically, so it was the hierarchy. So the coach would say something to the entire team, and then once the coach is done giving a speech, then it would be the team captain or the person that is like the highest highest ranking the head captain, the oldest tennis player on the team, basically. So he would give a speech, and because I was a guest, I was a part of his line. So he's a fourth year, but I'm technically second/third year. So I wasn't really upperclassman, but they treated me like I was. So I would just listen to the speech. Everybody had to tuck in their shirt. They had to tuck in their shirt, take off your hat, hands behind the back, and listen to the upperclassmen give the speech, basically. And then next, we would leave. And then the third years would come up. They would come to the front, give a speech to the rest of the younger people. They would leave. Second years, they would leave. That was like something that was very Japanese that like I didn't know was a thing anywhere, but they were doing that for a tennis match, bro. It was like, yeah, that just blew my mind. Culture shock 2, efficiency. I was surprised how efficient and on point each practice was. During my 3 days training, I feel like if you screenshotted a second from the time in each practice at the same time, it'd be at the exact same part and at the exact same schedule. When I tell you, these people ran tennis practice like it was the train station. I am not kidding, bro. All right, these people, the underclassmen, they would have a watch and they'd be timing the drill. Okay, we do this drill for this amount of time. Time. Oh, take a break. They would shout. And he would shout something out, and everybody would say hi to know these to understand that they heard him. Then they would go to the water break, time the water break, 2 minutes exactly. All right, after the water break, he gives everybody one ball. The underclassman gives everybody one ball, pass it out, and then you start the next drill. It was like so coordinated. It was just like so coordinated. It was crazy. It was really nice and organized. I actually appreciate it. I thought it was really cool. Culture shock 3, managers. The tennis team did not just have one manager, but they had 2 managers for each grade level. You know how in anime it's a trope that they would bring in cute girls to be managers for the sports team? It was 100% like that in real life. Bro, 2 managers per grade level. That's crazy, bro. Like, I was running out of water, bro, and they said, oh, just give your bottle to the manager. He's like, here, take it to this. And he gave it to the nearest manager, and then she went and got water for me so I could drink water during the practice. Just got the faucet, fill it up. Thank you. I got those out. Like, what? Are you serious? Like, that's just what they do. That's what they're there for. They film in the practice. Oh, you need this to film this shot so you can get this right. And like, what? What? They got managers? Like, that was crazy. Like, I've never, but they do be showing that in the anime. So that's something that like I feel like it's a stereotypical anime thing, but it's like actually happens in real life. It's the manager sports team dynamic, which I thought was really interesting to like experience firsthand. Culture shock 4, courts. They have a surface that is mostly only used in Japan that is covered in sand. I've never seen it in America, and this was my first time even walking on it myself. It is supposed to be used when the courts are wet, but all the people on the team said that they hate this surface. They said that like it works best for people that aren't as good. It helps them. Like, that's what they were saying. I don't know exactly, but it was like, I think it's called Omni surface. It's really weird. It's mostly used in Japan. Culture shock 5, practice times. This team had practices twice a day, 6 days a week to accommodate for many people's class schedules and work activities. While I know that not everyone was expected to come to each and every practice, it still shocked me due to the fact that I'm pretty sure it was not regulated whatsoever. In NCAA rules, teams are only allowed to practice for a certain amount of hours each week, whereas in Japan, it seems like they practice as much as physically possible. this somewhat reminded me of the Japanese work culture. I remember one of the guys asking me how much do I train at my school, and and I was like, oh, we train like 5 days a week. It just depends and stuff like that. I was like, yada yada. And then he was like, I asked him how much does he practice. He was like, bro, we practice every day. It's so funny, bro. If you made it this far and you like this video, you want more videos, I got my, you want to know about the shirt I got from Akihabara? I have a friend that works in Akihabara, so he showed me around. So if you want more footage, you want more Japanese stories, like just let me know, man. Just support if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, we in. Maybe back on the grind, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'll stop. Bye.